Greetings, true believers. This is J.A.R. 369. Welcome back for another figure review. Today, I'll be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Supervillains Wave. This is a 2-in-1 review. I'll be taking a closer look at Dormammu, I've gone for a bargain, and the Red Skull, made by Hasbro. So let's take a look at each of the figures' packaging, the characters' packaging. The packaging shows you the figure, the window exposing the figure and their accessories. And you can see the Marvel Legends Supervillains logo there. You get the name of the characters, Hasbro logo. On the side, you get an image of the artwork image of both characters. Warning, choking hazard, and you cannot see on the top. It does recommend for ages 4+. Build a figure. I don't know how you pronounce that name. To be honest, I'm sorry. And here's the artwork of both characters, the same artwork, and on the back, the same artwork, and in the bio about the characters. Here's Dormammu. If you want to read it, go ahead, pause the video. And here's the bio for the Red Skull. Go ahead, pause the video. Other figures like Emperor Dr. Doom, which I did a review of, Angry Marvel Legends Collector Guy, Lady Deathstrike, Arcade, and Gary from MODOK. Anyway, that's about it for the packaging. Let's take out both figures out of their package. Here they are out of their package. Let's take a closer look at each of these figures. Let's start off with the Red Skull. Take a closer look at his head sculpt. The head sculpt is not too bad. I really like the skull sculpting on him. You get the teeth, the eyes, and a little bit of muscles on the skull. You get the sculpting on the missing nose. It's not too bad. I would say it's not too bad at all. The head sculpt. I feel like this side, well, I'm not sure, just plain red. I just thought like it has some dark shades to it. And take a look at the body. Well, you get the classic look body. You get the little armband with the Hydra the Hydra printing on there, the Hydra logo. You get the wrinkles on the sleeves. You get that little black shirt belt thing around the waist. You get more wrinkles on the shirt, wrinkles on the crotch area of his pants, and the legs. More wrinkles on the pants. Take a look at the hands. You can see he wears the light green gloves. On the left hand, the trigger finger holding hand. Yeah, it has some dirt to it. I tried to remove it with acetone. Nothing happens. I have no idea how can I remove this black dots all over him. Take a look at the boots. You can see some wrinkles on the boots. And well, nothing much, just plain brown, but you can see some stitching line sculpting on. And on the bottom, there's lickles up and peckles in the bottom of the feet. Overall, for the Red Skull figure, I really do like it. Very classic-y look of the Red Skull. And now let's move on to Dormammu. Take a closer look at the head sculpt. I have no idea if the head sculpt is pretty much exactly the same head sculpt as the Build-A-Figure figure of the Doctor Strange Wave version of Dormammu. But I would admit, it is a nice looking head sculpt. I like the flame effects on the head. On there. The printing on the face looks neat. And you get this little crown thing here, which is removable. I probably might glue that back on with hot glue. I mean, not hot glue, super glue. Because I don't want this thing keeps coming off. Well, let's see, it comes off. Nope, it does not come off. Thank goodness. Thank God. You see the ridiculous looking shoulder pad or something. Yeah. I mean, come on, it's like to represent the classic, but there's nothing much I can say about the pad. And take a look at the outfit. The body is pretty much exactly the same body, so I'm not going to take a closer look at it. And I'm pretty sure the lower arms are different from the Red Skull. It's because there's some more sculpting on the arms than the ones that the Red Skull has. You can see it's a bit different, a different sculpt on the lower arms. And also it includes the belt here. I'm not sure the belt still have, yep, it still have this piece, but painted in purple. Take a look at the legs. Again, it's the same legs, nothing much. The boots, I'm pretty sure it is pretty much exactly the same as the Red Skull version, but added some of those spike effects on the on there. And the bottom, same thing with the Red Skull. You can see there's some legal stuff and 2 pegals in the bottom of his feet. Overall for Dormammu, it's the same body sculpt as the Red Skull figure, but it has some nice sculpting details. And I forgot to mention the Dormammu has some gun trigger holding hands, which that does not make any sense at all. I have no idea why they gave him gun trigger holding hands. It should like come with just, I don't know, that just pair of fisted hands and grabbing hands. That's about it. For the Red Skull, it does make sense on him because he does come with a gun or a blaster. Now let's move on to articulation. For both figures that have rotation on the heads, and goes well for Dormammu, doesn't go low, doesn't tilt his head down this low, doesn't go tilt his head this high. But for the Red Skull, let's see here, it does go low, it does go down this low and does go up this high. If you take off the head, you can see both Dormammu and the Red Skull have like rotation at the neck joint and side to side, up and down. Both the Red Skull and Dormammu both have the same arm articulation. Both goes in and out. Both have upper arm rotation. They both have bend at the elbows. Both have wrist rotation, and they both have the gun trigger holding hand have the hinge movement, ab movement, waist rotation, legs kick forward and back, in and out, upper leg rotation, bend at 2 points at the knee. The Red Skull can barely kick his own behind, but what about Dormammu's knee? I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same thing as the Red Skull, so let's try that. Come on. There we go. Oh, hey. Oh, sort of. Yep, the same thing. They both have rotation at the boots, and both have the angles. Oh, go pivot forward and back, and ankle pivot side to side. Alright. The articulation are the same on both of them. And they do have some standard Marvel Legends articulation, but you can still give him great, crazy possibilities with this figure. Let's pop the head off and put this crown piece. I might fix that with super glue. Let's put his head back on. There we go. Accessories. Dormammu does come with a few accessories. He does come with some flame effects, a pair of fisted hands, and the dramatic grabbing hands. I probably might display him with the flame effect hands with the fisted hands. So I'm gonna take the hands off camera and start putting the there we go. Oh. Put up the other one. there you go. Now you can have Dormammu doing some sort of a dramatic pose, like ready to face off, all powered up, ready to face off Doctor Strange. And for the Red Skull, he does come with the same amount of hands, fisted hands, and the exaggerated hands. And since the Red Skull is the leader of Hydra, he does come with this sort of blaster. Nothing much painted detail, just plain black. It has some nice sculpting details. And you can see the Hydra logo sculpting on. It'll be easy. You can put it on each hands with a gun trigger holding hand. And best of all, he does come with this alternate angry look expression head. It has some a little bit of dark shading to it. So let's pop the smiley creepy head with the more there we go. More angry, sinister head, like I really hate Captain America look. And finally, what's really interesting is that he came with the Tesseract. Yeah, it's really interesting that he included the Tesseract. We only saw that from the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Red Skull the MCU first anniversary, 10 years. So I might display him with the Tesseract. So let's grab this open exaggerating hand. Since Dormammu has the same hands, you're probably going to give this to Dormammu, but yeah, I really prefer him giving this to the Red Skull because, come on, it's the Red Skull. He wanted the Tesseract, he wanted to become powerful with the Tesseract, like so. Now that's an interesting pose I might display him with. And finally, for both figures, they both came with the piece for Sinew, or whatever the bottomable snowman creature name is. Dormammu came with the left arm, and the Red Skull came with the head of that. So I'm not gonna display them. So overall, for these two figures, I really like both of them. The Red Skull figure, I really would admit, Hasbro did a really great job with this figure so much. And it looks exactly like the classic character from the comics, even though I only knew from the movie and the films and the cartoons. For the Dormammu figure, the body is obviously the same as the Red Skull, but it's still a not too bad a figure. But I really do not like the crown thing coming off easily, so I might fix that with some super glue. Besides all the flaws on Dormammu, like I said, it's still a really amazing figure, but it's nowhere near as good as the Build-A-Figure version from the Doctor Strange line, which I haven't finished it. I know that one's pretty good. And for the Red Skull, I really do love this figure, like I said. The accessories, I really like it came with the alternate angry expression look head and the Tesseract. That's it. That's all I liked about it. On the accessories, for Dormammu, just interchangeable hands and flame effects that we saw in every Marvel Legends figures that we have. At the end of the day, these figures are still great, and I highly recommend getting these two at your local Walmart or Target, wherever you can find these figures. For my rate, I'm going to give Dormammu a 9.5 out of 10, and for the Red Skull, I'm going to give him a 9.9 out of 10. And I hope you enjoyed my review. Make sure to tune in for new videos daily. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like this video, share this video, and comment on this video. After you subscribe, please don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos and be part of the notification squad. Finally, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both links will be in the description down below. That's all I have to say. These are the Marvel Legends Supervillains wave of Dormammu and the Red Skull figures Both are made by Hasbro. And this is J.A.R. 369. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in my next review. And remember, keep on collecting.